last name, and then spell your first and last name for me.
Okay. The first name is Theodore Ector. First name is spelled is Theodore. My last name is spelled Ector, Ector.
Mr. Ector, once upon a time, you were a fireman. How old were you when you took the job, and did you know what you were getting into when you took it?
No, I didn't know what I was getting into, but I was 25. I came on the job in April, the first, and I turned 25 in May the 16th.
Why did you take the job? I mean, what made it attractive to so many people?
To me, it was money.
Okay, give me a complete sentence on that. I took the job because.
I took the job because of I wanted better pay, and just a better salary, and so it wasn't. It was a good opportunity too, for me to take the job because it was a step up, and yeah.
Okay, now did you have a family? What were you doing before then?
And when I was working at a place called Raylock, where they built automobile parts, like brake shoes and stuff like that, master cylinders. And so it was a pretty good job, but it wasn't like the fire department. The fire department, I started on the fire department making $138 a month. Yeah. So that's why I took it. Out there at Raylock, I was hardly making. We was probably making about maybe 90 cents. Right, an hour.
Wow.
Yep. So
How could you raise a family? How could you pay bills?
I wasn't married at the time. So, I was single, wasn't married, and I was also just living with, I was at home, living at home at the time. So I didn't have an apartment to pay, no rent to pay or anything. So I was made it pretty good, but it wasn't like the fire department.
Now, when you went down to apply for the job, did you know that you had a lot of competition?
Yes, I knew it. They had a lot of competition. Because I knew a lot of people who applied for the job. People that I went to school with and I grew up with too. That's because I stayed in this neighborhood around here, the same neighborhood really. And so I knew a lot of people who applied for it. But I was lucky enough to come out, be on the list.
Well, it wasn't luck. That sounded like that list put you through some They made you jump through hoops.
Yeah, they did. And especially when they called me, told me to come to school, I was really surprised then. But another thing too, when we went to school, I think it was in August, and when we got out of school, we didn't start to work at the time, but we worked we didn't start in 8 months later. I think it was 8 months later, in April, next April. Then all the white kids went to school. Well, they had two groups, and I went through training out there. So they had a white group, and all 16. Well, there's 16 blacks. They had more than 16 blacks at training, but then was 16 making. And after that, and the funniest thing about it wasn't funny about it, but it was a sad thing to me was chief of the department came up and he told us at school out there, say, "We don't want you to know we, but we had just got to hire you." You say, and the people who are in the white class, and the lowest one will be ahead of the first, of all of you blacks, no matter how they come out. And so that's what happened. We came. They got seniority over us. They got pay that we didn't get. So that was it.
Now, when he told you this, was he telling you this individually?
No,
No,
it's a group.
Give me a complete sentence on that.
He was telling us that's a group. We said, well,
You can talk to us.
yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, he was telling us that, the whole class of black and white was in the class at the training center. And before we started the class, training class, so he just came out and told us, we don't want you in Norway, but we got to hire you. But what he wasn't thinking about when he said this was, actually, there was gonna be more blacks behind us. He didn't realize that. So, and he told the captains and chiefs at the station, and all the officers tried to run us off.